So I have recorded this, so you will be able to review the recording of this. All you will have to do is click that link that you clicked on to join this class. The recording will be within the chat box. You can just scroll through the chat box and you will find the recording of this class. Okay. Thank you, Mike, for reminding me to hit record. All right, so here we go. So your Facebook business page. All right. And again, I showed you how to go and create a page. You hit create, hit page here. Once you hit page, you will go into and hit business page here and get started there. Okay. So I already have my business page. There's no need for me to do that. I just want to run through that and put that on the recording so you'll know how to create a business page. All right, the first thing that we need to do is go to our InTOUCH Homes website that consumers go to. I want to run through your InTOUCH websites real quick. So if you will, just click on InTOUCH on your MyCB desk. All right. And once your InTOUCH opens up, you will need to figure out what your website is. So you can always go here to account, click on account and my account. We want to make sure our information is good here. Okay, make sure all that information is good. Make sure your bio is in here. Okay, make sure your URL, your social media links are correct here as well. All right. This is your website. If you do not have Pro, like I do, your website will be your first last name .cbintouch.com. That's the website you will be promoting. You will add that website to your social media profile. And you want to make sure your phone numbers are correct. As you can see, I removed the office phone number. It's not required for you to have the office phone number on your InTOUCH profile. Okay, I only have my cell phone number here. All right, and you have your title there. You need to hit edit to make any changes. One other thing that you need to check in your InTOUCH is to make sure that your MLS is set up. Okay, make sure that your MLS is set up. So you want to hit the MLS setup. If you are in Orlando, you will need to have the Stellar MLS, and it needs to say approved here. If you do not have Stellar and approved, you need to add the MLS feed here and find Stellar, add Stellar, and let me know if you don't have it approved. I'll send you the further instructions to get this approved. But you must have Stellar and approved. If you're in other areas, you will need your MLS, find your MLS and make sure it says approved here, okay? That will activate your IDX feed with your MLS to your website. And then once you get that approved, once it shows approved, you will need to add your agent ID here and your office ID. As you can see, you can add two. You can add two offices, you can add two agent IDs. If you're working on a team, you can add two agent IDs, and that other agent's listings will show under your featured listings as well, and also your sold listings as well. They will be combined if you add multiple agent IDs here. So that's the basics of setting up your InTOUCH. Okay. And what we want to do is go to your home page, the website that consumers go to. And you can go there by, again, going to accounts, figuring out what your website is and going to it in a different tab or browser. Or you can go here to websites, click that, and view site. If you click to view site, it will open up your website. Okay. So one thing that we need to really learn and understand is what is a landing page. So a landing page is a page that people will land on if they click on a certain link or if they click on a certain ad. if you post something on Facebook like, hey, I have an open house, here's a picture of my open house, and if they click on that picture, where would that person land? Okay, you have to have effective landing pages. And our InTOUCH websites gives you effective landing pages. Okay, even your home page is a pretty good landing page for a buyer. Okay, your home page is set up specifically for buyers. So a buyer can go here and search for a home. If they want to, they can put in a zip code, or they can put in a property address here and search for a home, or they can look at your featured properties, okay? Or they can look at all your communities served, your videos, and they can see your past properties as well, your recent sales. This is the information on your home page, specifically set up for buyers. Now, if you're doing a social media ad and you're trying to attract sellers, you probably do not want them to come on or land on this page. This is not an effective page for a seller, okay? So you'll probably want them to land on your About page. So click on your About page, and this is why, the sell page. If you're working with a seller, you want them to land on your sell page. So as you can see, this is my sell page. If I did an ad on social media saying, hey, I just sold this house in this neighborhood for top dollar, I would love to sell your house, and they click on that ad, you will want them to land here. You don't want them to land on your home page, because then a seller would have to fumble around and click around to get information on trying to sell their house. And chances are you would probably lose them. So that's why if we did an ad trying to attract sellers, we would want them to land on the sell page here, okay? Let me turn my cell phone off. And this way, the seller could simply fill out this information, okay? And hit Get Free Report, and it's going to send you their lead straight to your inbox. It's also going to add them into your CRM. All right. So this is very effective to generate seller leads, and we are going to use this during our social media. Okay. So that's that. And then you have your About page, which you can use for any type of general social media postings. Here it is. This is about you. This is your bio. So that's why I said when we were setting up the your profile, it's important to get your bio in here as well, because it will show here. So now you have this unique website that you can use for a social media ad. You have that, and the main page that you will be using is the actual websites for actual listings. Let me pull up a listing. I'm going to pull up a listing as if I'm a buyer looking for a listing in downtown Orlando. And here's a listing here. And this is the unique website for this particular property. So I can use this as a landing page, okay? So you really need to understand what a landing page is and how effective they are. All right, any questions up until this point? All right, so if you have any questions, again, just type it into the chat box. I think I permanently muted everybody on accident. My bad. So we went over our home page, we went over our sell page, and we went over our About page, and now we're talking about properties here, the actual properties pages. All right, so now let's see how can we post this on our social media. Let's assume that we are doing an open house for this property. All right, So there's an easy way to post, and then I'm going to go into depth on how to post a more difficult way of posting, a more effective way. All right, so simply we can go here and hit post here, and it's going to automatically post this to our Facebook. And we don't want it on our personal, we want it on a page that we manage, share on page you manage here. And we want to post it on our business page. And then you can write a copy. Always use hashtags. Always use hashtags. And then I'll go over in depth more on how the proper hashtags to use, how many to use, and what it all means. I will go over that, okay? So on and so forth. And then I'm sharing this on a page I manage, and I'm sharing it to my business page. I wrote my copy, and I added my hashtags, okay? And now I can simply post to Facebook. Okay, please close to continue. All right, so now that's on my Facebook. So I will go and go to my Facebook business page, and I want to show you the post. And here's the post. Very easy, very easy. As you can see, again, I'll run through the steps really quickly. I went to my InTOUCH website, my homepage, and I pulled up an address. I forgot the address already. Let me just pull up any address, 2801, downtown Orlando. And I think it was this one, 534. Pulled up the address. Again, I'm on my own InTOUCH website, and I simply hit post to Facebook, and I posted it to, I shared it on a page I manage, not my personal, share to a page you manage, and I picked my business page. I wrote my copy, I added my hashtags. Very easy to do, okay? So let's continue that. Any questions? Everybody good? If you're good, just type yes. Make sure you're still with me. Perfect. All right. Thank you. All right, so now I'm going to show you a more complicated way of doing a post, all right? So let's just say we want to do another open house, but I want to include more photos, and I want to really make a more impactful post, okay? So I want to still use this property. And again, you can only use the properties that's listed within your office, and I will still reach out to the broker just to make sure you have the permission to do so. I'm not sure if this listing is through Coldwell Banker. I'm just picking a random property, okay? So I want to post this property. First thing I want to do is I want to add the photos of the property to my computer, because I want to add multiple photos. As you can see here, if I do it this way, it's only going to add one photo, but I kind of want a carousel photo, but I still want them to land on this page. I want them to land on this page when they click on any of those photos that I post, okay? So let me go. I'm going to just take some photos off of the, oh, I like this photo better. I'm going to take some photos and just save it to my computer. All right. Photo 2, save it here. I'm going to take at least 5 photos. Very nice. I'm just right-clicking on the photo. Save image. That's all I'm doing is right-clicking on the photo. Very nice photos. I think that's enough. Right-click, save image as, and I'm putting it on a folder on my computer. All right, so first thing that I'm going to do is copy this URL. This URL is unique to this property, and it's also unique to you. All right, this URL is unique to you and this property. So I'm going to copy this URL, okay? And I'm going to go back to my Facebook. I'm on my Facebook business page. And what I'm going to do is go to Publishing Tools here. Publishing Tools. Go to Publishing Tools. Click on Publishing Tools. And once I'm in Publishing Tools, I'm going to go and create here. Create. The write a post pops up, and within write a post, what I'm going to do is paste the URL here. As you can see, it generated an ad automatically. So once this populates, I now can delete this and write my copy. Just if I could type. So I told you I wanted to add multiple photos. I wanted to make a carousel. So I'm going to go here. You'll see a little box with a plus in it. Do not go to photo and video. Only deal with these boxes with the plus in it. Click on that. And I am going to go and upload all of these photos. Okay. All right, so there it just uploaded my photos. As you can see, they're all here. You can rearrange them if you want. Okay. As you can see, I'm just simply dragging them in the order in which I want. And I can also change this description here and say, what have you, because I don't want to give them too much detail on the post. I want them to click on the post and land on my page for more information. So I don't even want to put this here. You just go to any picture and rename it, or just take off the address. Okay. Just going to take the address off, and you can put, let's see. All right. Any questions? We're all good. So here's my post. Now, when do I want this post to go out? I can go here and share now. and that's already checked, or I can schedule this post for later. So you can see, but I'm going to go ahead and share this one now. I'm going to keep it at share now, and I'm going to go ahead and post it. And it is published to my Facebook, and let me show you that ad and the difference between the two. Back on my Facebook business page. This is the first ad I did. Remember, I did this ad by going to my Facebook page and simply hitting the post. So when I did that, this is how that ad looks. Only one photo, which is the main photo of that property. If I click on it, it will take me back to, let me click it. It will take me back to my InTOUCH website here. InTOUCH also tracks where this, where I come from. So it can also let you know how well your Facebook ad is doing. InTOUCH has its own analytics as well. Here. So that was that post. This is the new post. You see? A little bit better. The photos. I changed the name of the photo captions, and it has multiple photos here. See? And here you can just click on any of the photos. I'm going to click on this photo, and it still takes me back to my InTOUCH website, where InTOUCH can capture this person as a lead. They can click here and schedule a virtual tour, or they can contact you. All of these will trigger them signing up on your website. One other thing about the InTOUCH websites, let me go back to websites. Okay, I went back to InTOUCH on my CV desk, open up my InTOUCH. This is the settings part of it where I can make changes. You go to website here, edit site, and over here under listing search, there's options. Click options. And at the bottom, you have lead generation and activity tracking. Most people's is set to active, meaning that if someone were to click on your Facebook ad, okay, they click on it and they land on your ad, they can look at this all day long. But if they click on another property, then your lead capture wall will pop up, making them register. Some people don't like that to be so aggressive. So this is where you go to change that. You can, you probably set up on active, meaning that the visitor can see one property, but if they go to a second property, they're asked to sign in. You can go passive, where they can see 4 properties, but on that 5th property, they're asked to sign in. Or you can go other, where I have to go, and I set mine to unlimited, meaning that they can look at as many houses on my website as they want. My lead capture wall is not going to pop up. Okay, so I can change mine to active just to show you what I'm talking about. And if you have any questions, please do type it in the chat box. Okay, so I've changed my websites to active so that I can show you exactly what I mean by that. I'm on my personal website. I can look at this property all day long, okay? But as soon as I want to look at another property, it won't let me, okay? It won't let me look at the property until I register, okay? This is our lead capture wall. So, and again, you can change that by going to website, edit site. Over here on under listing search and options, you can dictate how aggressive you want that to be. And again, I'm going to change mine back to unlimited. So I changed mine to unlimited, and it should go away. There you go. So that's how you control that. Well, it will go away. All right. We're good on questions? Because I want everybody to post today. Start posting properties today. Go back to my site. All right. So I want to kind of go over how to write a good copy in your ad and how to make a great attractive ad. Now, there's this video that I am going to share with you. I'm going to put this link into the chat box so that you can take it, copy it, and keep it for yourself as well. So Mike asked a great question. He said, will you still be able to see who clicked on your page or ad if it's unlimited? No, you're not. But think about this, Mike. If you're searching for, let's say, some shoes online, all right, your first initial search, you land on this website, great website, user-friendly, you see one pair of shoes, and then you go click to see the second pair of shoes, and it says, hey, I need your information before you're able to see this pair of shoes. What would you do, honestly? Would you continue shopping and give them all your information, or would you just forget about their website and go somewhere else? Okay, so if you, and it's totally up to you, there's no right or wrong answer for this, but we are in real estate. There's a lot of competition out there, especially online. So if a consumer went to Google searching for a house in Orlando, they just so happen to land on my website and they look at one property and then they click to look at another property and then they can't. I probably lost them. They're probably going to leave my website and go to Zillow. So that's why I say you probably want to increase that to at least 5. Me, I like unlimited. I've heard the argument on the unlimited. If you are not closing 3 to 5 deals a month, you probably want to go unlimited to be a service to the clients, build that relationship. And then they will let you know when they're ready, okay? But I also heard the opposite. They don't need to be on my website unless they're really searching for homes. So it's totally up to you, okay? So I put a link to this video that I'm going to play really quickly for you all. I love this video. It really explains how to write the perfect copy for a Facebook ad. And when I start playing it, please hit yes if you can hear it. I want to make sure you can hear it, okay?
Hi, my name is Myron Pierce, and I'm the founder and CEO of Village Social. We are a digital marketing agency right here in the inner city. And today I want to talk to you specifically about how to write a great social media ad. I think it's step by step. Now, this is not hard. If you follow these steps to the T, I promise you will have great ads that get great results. Now, here's the first step. Number 1 is audience. You have to get the attention of the audience that you are going after. Now, the reality is that you have a list from code that you can use. So have you ever been on your phone, on your mobile device, and you've just been scrolling on a social media space and you end up stopping? Well, 9 times out of 10, you stopped because that ad got your attention for some reason. Now, one of the ways to get somebody's attention is to call them out by name. So for example, if I want to write an ad to teachers, I can say something like, hey teachers. I mean, just as simple as that, all of a sudden, everyone who's not a teacher, they keep scrolling. And everybody who is a teacher, they stop. That's the number 1 thing that we need to do to write great ads. Get the attention of a specific audience by calling them out by name. Now, here's the second step. You have to create tension. If you don't create tension or sympathize or empathize with people who have problems in an area, then they'll keep scrolling. So here's how this could roll out. Hey teachers, ever have problems in your classroom with students who keep frustrating you as you get ready to teach? I just created a tension by asking a question. Now all of a sudden the teacher is saying, oh yeah, that's me. Now you've hooked them. Now once you've hooked them, you have to give them an answer. Now here's the answer that you could give them. Hey, how about a mindfulness exercise that can captivate the attention of kids so that they can learn better in an environment that fosters education. I just gave them an answer to the tension that I created. Now, if you can give someone an answer, you've got them hooked, and you can actually take them to the next step, which is a call to action, a sense of urgency. So if you write great ad copy without giving people a next step, then you've lost them. Now, I oftentimes will say, hey, when you give somebody a next step, the step can't be a large step. It has to be the least resistance. It has to be a step that actually that they can take just like that. So for example, this may look like this. Download our free mindfulness tips. Now all of a sudden you've just given them a free pass to engage with you. And then as you give them what they need, they give you what you need, which is an opportunity to have conversation beyond the free gift that you just gave them. These steps are essential to writing great ads. Now, there are best practices that I want to talk to you about. Number one, when you're writing an ad, you have to make sure that you're personal. So for example, always create ad copy that speaks one-to-one. Never speak to an audience. Never speak as if you're talking to more than one person, because if you are, it's not personal. Now, not only does it need to be personal, but it has to be simple. Simple in terms of the language that you use. Never use language that is above someone's head. Use language that's conversational, language that you already use. Now, hey, the cool thing is this. You have a cold list. You already know the audience. You already know the language that they use. You just have to use it. All right, now it's time to roll up your sleeves and get to work. You are about to write your very first ad. Now, remember, the first step is to get the attention of your cold list. The second step, create tension. Talk about the problem. Now, after you talk about the problem in your ad copy, you're going to write the third step, which is answer. Give them a solution. Don't just leave them hanging. Fourth is a call to action. You know what? Urgency is important. Give them the path to least resistance. Tell them what you want them to do. Every single ad copy requires people to take the next step. And once they have taken the next step, you have yourself ad copy that's great. So,
all right. So I thought this video was great. This is a video that's provided to us from our Co-Realty resource tools, and I'm going to cover that as well. So basically, he is stating that in your copy, you need to address your audience, which is home buyers, open housers, people who want to go to an open house, a virtual open house for sure is probably where we need to go with it. Hey home buyers, hey investors, hey looking to attend a virtual open house. That's going to capture our audience, okay? And then the second step is tension. The tension is it hard for you to find a house on a lake or an open floor plan house, or are you wanting to? I think we need to stick with the virtual world now, and that's some of the tension that you can create around the virtual. Hey, join us. You can answer them by saying, hey, join our virtual open house here. And this link can link to your InTOUCH website, where they can get more information. And within your copy on your website, which in MLS, you can add where they can, the virtual tour link. And I'll show you how to do all that as well. And then the call to action would be, hey, click here for more information. So you can write in a copy, to click there to get more information. All right. And in here will be, oh, I thought I changed that. Sorry about that, y'all. My apologies. So on the website, if you had a virtual tour on your website, there will be a link. There will be a link on your InTOUCH website, okay? I hope that was clear. I feel like I kind of fumbled through all of that, and I wish your mics were open. So my apologies to that. So any questions up until this point? Did that video make any sense at all, or help with creating the copy part of your Facebook ad? Okay, perfect. And again, I got the link in the chat box. Okay, perfect, 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 perfect. All right, so let's stick with the theme of this open house, okay? And we want to create first. Let me go over the hashtags, okay? What do hashtags really mean? I get a lot of questions about hashtags. Why should I use hashtags? I don't know what it means. I'm scared of it. It's not for me. Don't worry about it. Just use it. Just make up some hashtags. Make sure you create a hashtag for yourself. What this hashtag does is expose your post to this hashtag community. So you can say a hashtag is basically a keyword. So when you go to Google and you search for terms, okay, that's the Google algorithm will pull up websites based on your search terms. It's the same for social media. So I can go on social media and I can search for open house. Okay. And I'm going to find all of the hashtags throughout social media that have open houses in it. And it doesn't have to be mine. You see? These are tags. These are posts that people included to hashtag open house because I did a simple open house search up here. Okay, so that's the importance of adding hashtags, and that's why you want to add as many hashtags as you can think about, because it's going to associate your post to all of those hashtags. Okay, let me go back to my page, and I have this. And I'm going to see if I can get this into the chat box as well. But this is a list of hashtags that can be used by realtors, okay? Just to give you an idea of what's out there. But again, these hashtags are not local hashtags. You must include some local hashtags, okay? Because you want your ad to be more local as well. So if your property was in Winter Park, or if your property was in Orlando, downtown Orlando, you want to include those terms or those hashtags as well. Hashtag downtown Orlando, hashtag Winter Park real estate. So you want to include those hashtags. Let me see if I can include that into the chat box. And then you have to let me know if you all were able, if you can pull that hashtag picture. All right, let's see. All right, there it is. Good. That picture I just showed you with the list of hashtags. It should be into the chat box. And if you can see that, just let me know. Just let me know if you can see that. Perfect, perfect. That'll give you an idea of those hashtags, okay? Perfect. So the next thing that we need to really understand is our audience. So the only people that will see this post that I just created, although I think it's a very nice post, it has the pictures on it, the only people that will see this post are the people that like and follow my business page, which is nobody. I don't have that many people following my business page. So what I will need to do is I could take this post and I could share it. I could share it to my personal page. okay, so that my friends who are friends on my personal page will see that. Of course, I can do that. But what I also can do is I can boost it to people who are interested in buying this home. So in order to do that, I need to understand my market. And one tool that we have where you can to help you to understand your buyer market, your buyer pool for this house, is our CBX tool. All right. So if you go back to your desk, and if you go to CB Exchange here, again, I'm back in my CB desk. And if you go to CB Exchange, click that. And you hit CBX Buyer Locator, select that. Again, I went to my CB desk and I clicked on CB Exchange here, clicked on that, and it brought up the CB Exchange, and from CB Exchange, I clicked on CBX Buyer Locator. Your CBX Buyer Locator may be down here, but these tools you can drag and drop, okay? You can drag and drop these, okay? So just make sure you put CBX Buyer Locator first, because this is a great tool. So you click on CBX Buyer Locator, and it opens up, and all you have to do is type in the address of your property, okay? And I forgot the address of this property. So I'm just going to use my own home address. So this is my address. Go into CBX, type in your address, 4976 Creekside Park Avenue, Orlando, Florida. This is my personal home address. Don't show up at my house, please. Social distancing, okay. Letting that load up. It's taking a while to load up. Let me try it. Let me start it over. Let me try this address. Sorry about that. Here we go. Just had to refresh that browser. All right, so I put in my address here. You can put in any address in the US. This tool works nationwide, coast to coast. And I can see that my area is very young. Okay, a lot of homes with children. So, and I also see the personality profile for my area, which helps me to identify my audience that I'm going to create in Facebook. So as you can see, the majority of the people that live in this area that's moving out here, they are called young and restless. Okay, and I can hit this little I button here so that it can tell me exactly who lives here in my target audience. If I were to sell my house, it says Gen Y comes in all ages, well-educated young workers, some of whom are still completing their education and employed in professional technical occupation. That's me. As well as sales and office administrative support roles. That's me. These residents are not established yet, but striving to get ahead and improve themselves. This market ranks in top 5 for renters and movers in college enrollment. And I do in my neighborhood, there are a lot of renters in here as well. So this is definitely a spot on analysis of the people that live in this community. Okay. So not only that, I can scroll down and get more information. Again, I'm using all of this information to help me create my audience in Facebook. And I can go here, and I love this. I can click here to view all buyer matches. Now this is going to tell me, I already know who my audience is. Now I need to know where my audience is so that I can tell Facebook I want my ad visible in these locations. And as you can see, it's only this area. Sometimes you will get South Floridians here as well, but in my area, I guess they're not moving to my area. So as you can see, here is where my house is here, okay? This is my house. And if I can see that someone over here and someone over here are potential buyers for my house based off of their personality, okay, and them searching online for a house to buy. So this is a great tool. So now I can scroll out, and I know that I will need to include this entire radius for my Facebook ad. So when I do create my Facebook ad, I do not need to include the entire state of Florida, because the most of the buyers from my area are coming from this location. No need to include South Florida or Tampa. I just need a good large surrounding area for my property. Okay, makes sense? So this is a great tool for that. So I know my audience is young and restless, and I know the location of my audience. So now I can take this information and plug it into my Facebook ad. So let's do that. Let me go back to Facebook. I'm going to show you the paid boosting first. Then I'll show you some other tricks. So I'm on my Facebook. So I can take this ad that I created, and let's just assume that this property is my personal residence that I just did the CBX on, okay? So, and it told me that my buyer is, if you go back to full report, and it told me that my buyer is young and restless. That's my pool here. So I need to make sure my ad attracts this demographic, which I'm going to make sure I pick the photos that attract that. And I think these photos will definitely attract the young and the restless, because they definitely like the updated open kitchens and things like that. Okay, so I feel good about my photos. All right. So now I'm going to just go ahead and hit boost here. All right. And this is going to pop up. And I want to, you're going to have to create a new audience. So I'm going to create an audience. And this is for, you can name it whatever you want to name it. And all of this will go away. This is not going to mean much here, because we are going to have to select a special ad category, which is going to restrict a lot of the demographics because we have to be compliant with the fair housing laws. So, but we are still going to select our audience here, and we don't want, well, we'll keep it in Orlando. But what you can do is you can also, let me uncheck that, but you can also create or drop a pin and add a pin wherever you want it, you see? So I like that area better. And again, I want my interest to be Zillow, real estate, probably millennials, definitely. We can add that because you want to create an audience with certain interests. I definitely want to attract people who are interested in Zillow. I definitely want to attract people who are interested in real estate. So people who are interested in these, Facebook can tell if someone is interested in these interests based upon whatever they click on through their Facebook ad. Okay. So I'm just going to pick those for now, for time's sake. As we can see, based upon our location and based upon our interest that we created, that we added, our audience is still in the green. So we're still good here. Okay. So we're going to save that. I'm sorry everything's running so slow here. Hope my internet's not going out. Is everybody still seeing me? Still see my screen and can hear me? Are there any questions while this is doing this? I know I'm kind of covering a lot right now. Any questions at all? Is this somewhat helpful for you? No questions? Okay. And I'm sorry about the mute thing. I must have selected the wrong option when creating this class. Is this going to cost money? Yeah, absolutely. It's not going to cost a lot. You can dictate however much you want to spend. And I highly suggest only spend, I'm going to have to cancel this. I don't know why it's taking so long. I highly suggest only spending about $5 on your first few ads. Just $5, just to get the hang of it, to get the copy right, to really get your hashtags right. I don't want you investing any more than that because this is a learning experience. The first thing that you need to start doing, let me cancel this. The first thing that you need to start doing is start posting things, adding things of value to your Facebook page. Let's start with that habit first. And then the second thing I want you to do is go to your InTOUCH website and start posting houses, just adding some houses, some listings within your own office. Okay, make sure you go into your MLS and look at your office listings. Pick out a few office listings, go into your InTOUCH homepage, find those listings and post them to your Facebook. Just get the habit of posting houses, okay? And then I'm gonna show you, or you can also go to our CB Florida and start downloading some social media posts that we have in there for every holiday. So I want you to set those up to go out. So once we get the hang of posting things, adding value to our page, then I want you to start boosting some of those ads. Okay, $5. All right, so let's see. So they don't have to be our own listings. Any CB, well, technically, yes, any CB listing within your own office. But for courtesy, I would run it by your broker just to say, hey, I want to post this particular listing on my Facebook. Usually it shouldn't be any issues as broker owns all listings, but some listing agents may not want you to list that property on your Facebook for some odd reasons. Okay, there are some reasons out there. Some clients are private and they don't want their house on social media. So that's why there should be a courtesy involved as to seeing, to get with your broker to see if it's okay to post a property. And some agents just say, hey, I'd rather ask for forgiveness than permission. I'm just saying. So, but you cannot list any property outside of Co-op Anchor. You would have to get written permission to do that. And those contracts are in .loop, okay? So .loop will have those addendums for you to get. If you were trying to list someone else's property, you would have to get written permission to do that. All right. So let's edit that. That's good there. I don't know, my internet's not working too well for some reason, so I do apologize about that. All right. So, great question, Cheryl. She asked, why would I want to list a property listed by someone else? Several reasons. We have agents um, who work with who farm certain areas, and they're all about their farm area. And just so happened another company listed a house in their farm area. So they want to capitalize off of that, and they want to go and do or advertise their property because they love to advertise properties in their farm area. So that's what they would do. They would have to go to that agent and say, hey, can I promote your property on my Facebook? That's one of the reasons. That's I've heard that happening. Okay. All right. So once we create our audience and put it, and I'm just going to have to back out of this. I'm sorry, my my internet or something is not working too well. It was just kind of spinning there. So now that's how you basically boost, do the boost, and make sure when you are doing that boost, you do have to select special ad category, and that will be housing would be the special ad category that you will have to select for that. All right, so with that being said, I want to try. So I got a question here, great question, asking me about my banner photo. Is that correct? You want to know where I got this banner photo? So we have two places where you can go get banner photos. We've already created all the banner photos for you. So oh, someone must have hit. I'm so sorry. I got muted. So, yes. So I was answering a question. Somebody asked me, where did I get my banner photo from? So there are two places. You can go to my CB desk, click on CB Florida. CB Florida will open, and you'll go to marketing resources here and select social media. Okay. And there is where we have social media covers right here. We have several different types, probably over 100 different types of photos of covers that you can download here. We also have videos as well that you can put on your cover. And one other thing that I want to point out is holiday right here. I highly encourage you to go on and download all of these holiday posts. Like as you can see, Volunteers Day is 420. I bet you didn't know that. 422 is Administrative Professionals Day. And then 422, of course, is Earth Day. So if you click on Earth Day here, you can go ahead and download all of these assets. We have a photo here. You click on the link and there's a photo. We can download that. Save image as. Or you can get the video. Sorry about this. We also have the video here, Earth Day video. Click on that. We can save that as well. Go to your Facebook. After you download 6 months worth of holidays, go to your Facebook, hit Publishing Tools. You want to create, Publishing Tools, create. Then you want to just add the photo video here, upload the photo, Earth Day. I have the photo uploaded here. Then I want to share schedule. We want to schedule that out, and that's for 420. As you can see, and I always like my post to go out in the morning, maybe 9. Schedule. So now this post will go out automatically. All right, schedule post. So I don't even have to worry about it. I can sit here and do most of my holidays now and have them set up to automatically post on my social media. So again, that was in CB Florida under the marketing resources and social media. Marketing resources, social media. Banners are here, and all of the holidays are here. Okay, that's one place. We also have this new tool called Brand Serve. You can click Brand Serve. You may have to register for Brand Serve and get your clearance, but that's easy to do. It takes a few hours for them to approve you. And Brand Serve is going to have a lot of social media. You see, Tactics Social. Go here. And here are all of the social media assets. As you can see, cover photo, we have that type, we have this type, those types, and I believe there should be more. But anyway, this is where we're going to keep all of that. Here's the one that I have on mine. It's this one, as you can see. You can customize it as well. All right. Any other questions? All right. Let me get this off. All right, so if there are no other questions, I think I ran through this pretty quickly. I allocated 2 hours for this. Let me see if there's anything else. If there's anything else, if you have any questions at all, please let me know. So I showed you how to post it, how to link your landing pages to your post. You would go to Schedule Post, Create. You can add the link. Add the link here. The page will post, and then you will add your photos there. And then when I click on the photos, they will land on your page. I have a question from Jeanette. Got a copy of the chat and the recording. Ask that again. How do you get, is that what you mean? How do you get a copy of the chat and the recording? Yes. All you have to do is the link that you clicked on to access this class, that link will always be valid. So later on, once this is done, just click that link and it's going to take you back to the chat. And within this chat, you will see the video. But if you email me, let me put my email address here. If you email me and remind me I will personally send you the link to the video. I'm also going to upload it to YouTube, so it'll be easier as well. And then I can just send you the YouTube link, okay? I can definitely do that for you. Well, I hope this was helpful. I don't really have anything else, and I really would like to answer any questions that you may have. Okay. Well, if you have any other questions, feel free to email me at any time. I'm usually in front of my computer a lot. And I'll be more than happy to help you just go ahead and get your post, start posting something, okay? All right, just let me know if I can help. Have a good day, y'all. All right, bye. Thank you. Glad you said that. Thank you. All right, see you later. I'll get you the post if you email me, the link if you email me. All right, have a good day.